What's your Tyler's back here on the Retro Reviews, here on Tyler's Retro Reviews with ECW Heatwave 1998. Next two reviews, we're going to be in ECW land, but years apart of each other. How? One. So yeah, next month it will be the July reviews. With next week's will be this one, but that's next week. And I broke my fucking rule about Saudi show, so I'm in hell tomorrow and the next day after that. Anyways, August 2nd at the Hera Arena in Dayton, Ohio. I believe that's the same venue that WCW Sold Out took place that same year. So yeah. So let's talk about, ECW Heatwave, 1998, and yeah. And this is one of the, in my opinion, the best original ECW PPVs ever. Not counting One Night Stand 2005 because that was under the WWE banner. And yeah. Let's get on to this. So we start off with Justin Credible defeating Jerry Lynn in a very, very good match. And yeah, it was a really good match. These two would be over the world title 2 years later at Anarchy Rules. Not around maybe some point September month, but I don't know if I want to or not. So a good match. I give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, then we had Chris Candido defeating Lance Storm. This was also a pretty good match. Yeah. It's kind of weird that the first match ends in a top rope avalanche move, like Justin Credible did the That's Incredible off the top rope, and Candido won with the top rope power bomb or whatever he calls it, but it's just a power bomb basically. And yeah, a 7 out of 10 I'll give it. And then we had the best match on this fucking show. Masato Tanaka defeats Mike Awesome, and yeah, these two went to war a lot. And their last encounter was One Night Stand 05. I don't know if this and One Night Stand are probably their best encounters with each other. But more than that, we talk about next week with these two again. And yeah, I get a 9.5 out of 10. There's that. Yeah. Then we have for the ECW Tag Team Championships. Rob Van Dam and Sabu defeats Hayabusa and Jinsei Shizaki to retain the tag team titles. This was another great match also. The frenemy of Rob Van Dam and Sabu was like one of the best things about ECW around this point. RVD was the TV champion. He will be the longest running ECW TV champion. And, you know, it was a great match, you know. Nine out of 10, I'll give it. Then, now, Shane Douglas did not defend his ECW title at this pay-per-view. He had an injury, of course, and so they had to wait till Taz and Shane Douglas got guilty as charged with. Some point, if I ever do that, that match went on for fucking ever. So Taz, in his mind, he created the FTW title, which it's not really a world title though, but there's that. And then, he defended it in this Falls Count Anywhere match. He defeated Bam Bam Bigelow by submission. You know, this was actually a pretty fun match. These two were fighting out all around the arena. You know, Taz no selling a power bomb, and then this was not this match. No, they, you know, the last pay-per-view, or no, that was in March, which was Living Dangerously, where Taz was on Bam Bam's back, the Taz mission, and they go through the ring. By the way, that last one was WrestlePalooza, which, yikes. Blah. No thank you about that. Then it went to, you know, here, you know, they went through the bridge ramp. Bigelow gets back up, and then Taz gets back up also, and he puts him in the Taz mission, and Shane Douglas says he was reaching for the ropes, which, first off, rope breaks do not count in Falls Count Anywhere matches, because it doesn't count because there are no disqualifications. But, still, you know. 6 out of 10, no. 8.5 out of 10 I'll give it. And then Shane Douglas was pissed. He threw a monitor off the announce table, and yeah, that monitor had a one life, one prayer for that monitor. By the way, during this show, there was supposed to be a new Jack Victory Webbits match, but that match was, they showed what happened earlier with Jack Victory attacking, and the Dudleys attacking New Jack before the show went on the air. Yeah. And, yeah, I had to mention that. And then we get the main event, the street, what was it, the Dudleyfield Street Fight or something like that. Let me check here. Yep. Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, and Spike Dudley defeats the Dudleys, which were Bubba Ray, Devon, and Big Dick. Yeah. This was one of Sandman's last appearances in ECW in this run, because he would get back by a year later, and he would go to WCW, and yeah. 4 words: Junkyard Hardcore Invitational match. If you know, you know what I was referring to. You know last year about that. And I don't want to talk about that one again. A fun street fight, you know. And yeah, I give it also an 8 out of 10. Afterwards, you know, Jack Victory comes out. He attacks, I believe, Tommy Dreamer with the guitar. And then New Jack comes out and basically destroys everybody inside, you know, hits Jack Victory with a guitar, and they all celebrate at the end. The babyface squad celebrates at the end. So, yeah. You know, this was fantastic. You know, 8.5 out of 10 will give it. So next week will be ECW Anarchy Rules 1999, the first pay-per-view under the TNN deal. And then tomorrow will be my SmackDown review, and then night's review, I'm going to hell with Sardi. But there. That's on my main channel. Subscribe to the notification on that one, and also like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, and the notification bell, and you will see next week's review of ECW Anarchy Rules 1999. There. Bye-bye.